Chief Justice her lordship get to talk on Aqua Supreme Court Aqua file for injunction.
By the way, your power 10 cities. Your power and by the way 45 to 70 cities. Makowe at on 10 Ghana cities. And this year go. Despite some more power, go.
As a Trona Yabdos.
Yeah, and Trona Dos.
And at the okay, you're somewhere for you know Quaba, a BM Emma Jumadia Francia. And summer a coso o my Ghana. Yadini na ebre I have for Chief Justice of filing injunction. Area to His Excellency John Mahama committee or power say Omonhama meaning semu as to say ebe na fi ho anase Chief Justice suspended obeto so akwakoye na dwuma no ensem bebre ene freche e ba weni foforo bi ni aboabo no a yede ni nyina ebre I for NPP amanoko no so omo ensem bebre ana aba betudwa afa economy ena afi dollar na eso tete sano but commander
yeah
and say ade sanyina no
of course
dollar no so tia na 80
yeah
na eso sa tibiem
yeah
ama tese Ghana for din komo bebre and then some doson and answer no yanko Chief Justice I think say we filing injunction
yeah
area to committee ni so
of course
na enso be to just so na man for din komo pa
yeah
Ghana for say Chief Justice asenya ho filing injunction
of course
area to committee amampani apa but then quick one yenwa way
yeah the right me na wase na me charge for na fi e shase na enim komo e Chief Justice na so ye the right ye nyina enim say Chief Justice ya amampani suspend no get to talk no otinchen a say mampani set up committee ya o mo hwehwe ni nsemu na esia mampani either so be na sinchen ana say obaba beto na dwuma so the right ya kwada sorry ya Chief Justice her lordship get to talk on Aqua Supreme Court Aqua file for injunction or they two committee no so said ye be ya na sem no muntimi ento aso nhwehwe mu biem na ebaaye no amagana for edi hu komo bebre ne nyina ne se kopem Supreme Court wa lawyer Godfred Odame ya na oye attorney general and another ranko Kufado aban no ono ena olidi ya okopem Supreme Court o ginem ama suspended Chief Justice get to talk on or press enedie Supreme Court emma kwan na yensi committee ni kwan na bebia o maye asem nhwehwemu akodu no o mo de pem ha na eno achi o side to just say judges mienu eka committee no nipa 5 ne ho a sa judges no Supreme Court no enhwe na onyi wo mun sinche se de be ya o mo so entimi enye part of committee ni biemwei e Justice Scott Poaman ya ye di no nkomo bebre e wo hanoma em se onye hoho e wo nkomo wem eno achi the next judge e Justice Samuel Kwame Adibu Asiedu ono the second justice ya they said here Supreme Court hwe ni mu se ada Godfred Odame any get to talk on beba no omudi asem na so omudi bema ya the injunction bema wo mo na omudi ato committee so se anya ye dia na chese beba masem na to agu na committee no ato madwuma so
answer sa injunction we no
yeah
Ghana for bi mo say hu hia
of course
oh sir almost say Chief Justice so e be kind of suspended see say na no bi judges are no go Supreme Court on near NPP for
yeah
and amount for case e ba sa no a e de memfa ne say conflict of interest e be ba
of course
as assembly no en shada nko yie sa
yeah
but o man fi Ghana for
yeah
but then no amount for say Chief Justice atena ho hu say sa de ne betimi ha no ha
yeah of course the writer ono ankasa in appointment to officer or kwakoye Chief Justice no amafo di hu nkomo bebre say so short time I appointed in the Supreme Court in 2019 and another Kufado na in 2023 na another say yin say onye Chief Justice wa bra wa tum penufo bebre Supreme Court no the writer ebeye in a political interest na ebesa haro kwa bi so no wa nyantum the right amount for resi concern and I don't so antiase e mo man kwan se onkoye adwuma nti enei I agree say ninsem na wo kan no e betima ba say conflict of interest e wo politics e wo system na ye adwuma but asem ni say at the time na okono wo hu conflict of interest at the time December Supreme Court wa na manfo bisa question o bisa ye no wo hu conflict of interest nti enei so koka say judges na ye do my part of committee no omo ya judges wo Supreme Court nti eba sa entwa ya de bata ye ntumi ne no enyina fa akosa ma
na de na ma ministru suspended Chief Justice de na osuru so we no omo ba betoto ano keke anase omo ba hwe nsem nim enti die no osuro boni be na maame na di
the writer dey mo wan say maame na nkase nim say stage na asem na kwakoduru no ba bi aduru nyina ne say empanifo nnuma omo hwehwe asem nim no omo ba frɛ maame na nkase amanaba na ye frɛ nipa miensa omo so ye omo represent petitioners no omo so aba na omo fa omo petition na omo di mu nsem no omo to nsem ne manew na uyi ano ye wia ne ya hwɛ nsem na yetoma ne wo no kwadu ade bo no ne uyi ano e baaye but minim de ntia chief justice o dwane e wo sansem we ho e wata wa wo judges na no mo supreme court e ye adwuma enche ye bese bosumi mienu nie na wo ne omunya na ti supreme court ho sa asem ba utimi bo obi mu din se asem we mepese mu kotram na mu di na wankasa wo ka ho bi afidi e bosumi mienu achi pepepe wasem aba ne se omu kotram se no mu ni a nipa wo no mu adwuma mu de ka wasem ba ne se omu ne nsan kotram mu ni wa se ka o fa mu di Rata nti dia me pese me dwene nyina say in my sense and I say in my own thought no ma dwene no Chief Justice nanka so ne Supreme Court judges na omo nti ne yiye enti ohuni say omo nso woni tirimu poboni bi e de fa ne ho se de enu nti na odwane no Rata sana nsem ne nyina me ma dwene e chembat eno achi na Supreme Court ho asem foforo esansi wo ho a e wo se no so yedi mu nkomo okay the Rata ne nyina ne say Chief Justice nsem ne dem say omo kwama ne de omo doso pa na ekuo bi a enei omo kopiem e Supreme Court a ye fra omo Center for Citizenship Constitutional and Electoral System ya ye twenteka ne census omo kopiem Supreme Court a omo asem nyina ne say Chief Justice a ya suspend ne geto tokono mampani abumra so oni ho kwan say o suspend ne say we interfere e judicial powers nim enu ntino Supreme Court enhwe na fe omo mampani ni committee no entumu sede be ya Chief Justice suspended geto tokono obetima to aso na akwa na adwuma na omo de court no na Supreme Court etena asem ne so na judge fo num etena asem ne so omo wie no na judge simu nan se ensam omo de baaye no ababa ku sei enim enti omo nko na fe omo nsem no omo fa nkotena fe nti sede Supreme Court abo census for so asem na to agu se omo nsem omo de baaye se yenyi Chief Justice ensan fa ne metena konya so omo gituma nyaye nti Chief Justice efia na wo tena nti se sede otenchen
resetting agenda no se ebeye yi a age se Chief Justice ofiri ho asem ne tintin ne tietie mu an say Excellency John Mahama say oye resetting enti resetting agenda no se ebesi pi na Ghana for bon sade no ofe na resetting agenda no estatia I say Chief Justice efiri ho because the way ansem ne si kono se si ekwa na Chief Justice etena wa ebeye den na obi bekasas akronfoi ebia previous government omo mbo kro no wom no asem koduru court wa ebe den akoyie
ya the agree
dey be what ya say baby say me kan sem bebre
me no ya adwen baby a situation aduru no the brother makanda bia say me na me Chief Justice a anka mejai na matran chen because
so ebia nkofo bi na epushi no
the brother nkofo na omo pushi wo no omo ba pursue hard work to amananim na omo san because una wudi animu ena omo pian omo ye yodom omo pian na agikon na to amananim omo be san omo chi but at that time no eye woni wunyame I agree say oye nipa ohwe the highest seat a oteso a oba be fra kunya no so na eye ne ya because ye wo problem bi wa Africa ha say obinya tumi na ka say onya tumi ni mu a eye na e demand say obegya tumi ni mu but na sem nyina ne say ohwe baby a Ghana pese yekọ en baby e gina nena the writer ebe ma Chief Justice get to talk on say anka ono abefri ni pem na waye ne sadia ebe ye fe na waka se adwuma no mia na megiye baby adru no megem me ntoa so bi
no so na ye maami di no
the writer when say Chief Justice enam no guso ka say se empo ya nyina mfiri no to adwuma so obebre en waye adwuma
ana ye ka se ebia abasabi tanachi ebia nkofo bi hu se Chief Justice nya firi wo pe asamasi ana John Mahama ne na ban so yenhwe hu ni se Chief Justice firi wa ebe dey se prosecution be start e
ba ta asem nyina because na ye nyina ye say Attorney General ye ward a court they say 2 cases and a court but na ye nim say cases ni bebrebe court in the month of May but delay Chief Justice asem na delay no I feel say eno ka ho bi and nsɛm bebre ho a edila entumi nkɔ court because they feel like nsɛm ni bu ha attached to nkrophobia and some nkrophon they are also attached to mpaniphobia mo Supreme Court ho and if mpanifo no endi ho a rather it will give them free space eto da bia nyina ka so emra ye mra oso mra di wadi eye no krede but asɛm ne sɛ eto da obi hye position bi na tokro bi ma den sɛ obefa ho apie we should accept that fact say chief justice ewo ho na chief justice ne enye in the support of idea na aban ne pese okona e bata no kore ne sɛ aban ne ntimi nya adwuma executive powers no judicial and legislature parliament no right as sectors ben sawi they should all have the same plan the same idea say plan we na Ghana ye pese ye ko ansa na omo netima ko nti enei I can say what controversies are not equal in the previous parliament now because parliament we know one speaker ni NDC ni and most of the parliamentarians to third no omo ye NDC for nti parliament a business no is the same as government business omo ne aban na dwen eyepe nti dia kai hwan aka judicial service yen kasa judicial service na ne aban na dwen ye pese omo nkodi bone but asem ne say aban ne say corruption doesn't. You perceive a clean system. You hear judicial service here. Almost you willing say, almost perceive almost clean corruption every system. And until Mr. Chief Justice, the right and 70 people are on tears here. Nanka untrasutia. For Nanka Sanasum Binti. Okay. Young Chief Justice and Son some see. Na young Cotier Sama NPP phone be the Tuga. Na me who video me am shame. Young comrade, young comrade. And himself a coba commander, Ewan Sembebra, or the Nina, a twas to the Ian Chimra, among first started a yenny maybe. Young comrade,
and see Baba Mono. Can you know something now what to be changed or my gun or my gun as shit or mine baby aqua could dear or mine baby and then I'm on yet a papa. Just a young mitty. Brahma mention what the run I'm cool, Jasso. I'm China no brand. Kono twa for him. Okay. Chiane baby obi anope. Hwe brown by rewe. Ye wo power. Ye kura mi. Keto ye kura mi. Na na by rewe ye wo power na 10 cedis. Okay. So wan ko to no bia so na to no mantam a wo te ye twinti na make twi. No to no area wo te a wo to no 15 cedis. Ye wo power. Yeah. And then by rewe ye 45 to 70 cedis. Ye kura we. Ye kura mi. We the only one. You post the benson. We be ma we ma buy. Me post to my Facebook page am kasa me to weigh 40 cedis and obi ase by real for them so me hwe TV so nto mo hu me no mo de chair me 40 Ghana on me ko we but o see o kan by real 7 o kai KOD ana KKD adapo sha problem do no kasa so nya problem e wo by real ho so akọ ne betra he aka ho ase anipod na yo pabriu and so akoto by real ba ko 50 cedis we is to problem 40 cedis me ko we omo de acha me so turn over mantam abeton 20 cedis me to we o market 10 cedis me ko we I see it on 10 Ghana cedis on tomatoes me and some we enkete me ba ko 10 cedis into we me and some ton 30 Ghana cedis me anam kodi dwan 30 Ghana cedis enkruma ba we enkruma nkete enso owura bi de no enkruma nkete wo dia wo enkruma ba sentira no mbobo me no enkruma ba we enkruma nine we me ensa ye 2 cedis na me sere na no de ba akoto so it is also be enkruma fro ya enkruma obeda ye enkruma fro it is adwa ye gu hai we 40 cedis we 30 na 70 we 10 cedis 82 Ghana it yemfa no say a family of 10 oba na wonsia one be ma na wonsia be ma no papa na ka ho na why say 8 bia be ma na ko ba bibia oba no so body bi ba 2 ka ho 10 na say be ma no ye mason you mason so many matters ye mark 150 a day 150 Ghana a day and dependable and Kurani be ko school no day wo de ma menya no flat 150 and Kurani be ko school the infant so 50 Ghana and Kurani be di ni ade say so unfortunately for about time sa basic schools na NPP na dan ko kufu ado abreso ni e maduana no say o mo pa o mo jai ta jo utie o mo jai ye so o munya yansa eti 150 no no be 20 cedis or the 10 be fa ka ko ne site okoye adwuma no the 10 cedis adi go be on tokoko obaji makogu mo on tokoko na nanu ahyehyɛ no wano munsu kola nso be ko school na kola nso be ko school na 30 cedis no o de amo 11 cedi no mo so de ko school no amo oba no 70 Ghana eti ese no on be man crofo sugar be kosoro kire say obedi banku saa obedi banku na di bayire so oba se wo to akoko even frozen chicken cry young light soup awu fufu mo wadi ete Ghana if you want to be that this is the life niema we niema 9 pe we 82 Ghana cedis esu ya breso na ntos ye ma olo nka no sei na ye 30 Ghana eno kwa na boy den manfa unfortunately manfa je na ma je ne meto me 30 Ghana manfa ma e wo fie se me jana ka na mu nso a enti we ye ya breso ne ye to 30 Ghana e ma ti obenya na ma enkuruma we enu 50 pesos kora mako we o de chawa no besa gu roba mu se je asa somje kwaye wa be ba ye we ne ye to 10 cedis so wa to no mantam a wotie no na be to 50 but we had NDC a omudi na na danko akufa no tamamud ba unya atem sabe nyo mo na kwafuo mu o omudi o matam se o mama o man ni mu ayeden o mama o man ni mu ayeden look at the state omudi o my Ghana me se me de ba na ntia te se de ayi maami ya mire bi yakofa akola bi NDC time 2013 yakofa akola bi a no ye gender minister Rahala Pobos no ye friend say e tro ko twitwa ne body ha ono oji owro matad mi oni minya pro ma hold me matad ne tete ye no aha so okay na ni ba bi atare no ko ira some di Chinigana radio station takradi station takradi radio ya ye bi o NDC agu despite say omo power agu so rabra bo omo boya me dey 82 Ghana konya ne market ngete 4 way ya we are going to live with this for the next 4 years.
Okay, Commander.
Yeah, right.
Is there no when communication NPP for ni be a starter? Of course. But then, it seems to be a near corner as a yakobone.
Yeah.
As a trona yados.
Yeah, and trona dos.
And are the okay and the canon.
The rata the okay, if I hear Quayanica. The rata a toda beer as nipa. We are correct. A bibia tunt. Yeah. Mekana bia say, you have a two politics system. Rata you have a two a some system. But it will be to me a some politics. A garden want to the stand say no credit no cross say on can be new so by and it doesn't sound well and phobia or you reasonable say obey sir not a massam nyana say aban na waba no on part criticisms ho and chise oba criticize aban constructively there be a massam nyana no
oh na no say some jampi ko chase ka wa ye be kan now the comment section on am forecast oh afeni mo se mo nya bias
okay
afeni mo se mo gina o makana na mo se mo be kan
see the doctor so we share said the same si kwa you will agree say e show bitrim say NPP akọ position dia ne be ya dia NPP beba power sa nipa kro na o se na dwen ye adwa o ye well educated no wa bra o ko school nyina no o sia de say kwa be ne be for so Ghana be develop o we school ba fie dia o se kwa ya Ghana be for so be develop na what he is less concerned he or she emfa ne ho but they all share say NPP ko position dia ne be si wo man ni mu a ebetimi di NPP asamba power back onyene say e dey na aban ne betima ye ama oman na ye ye
nyina e wa ha nsema okeken bayere ne ye tobi
but I'm shocked because last year before election na ye to bayere Ghana
oh yeah aduane e di say sujafo de aduane e di ano
enti said ye bayere esne bositie bia ne nim ye tobi time bia enti say ye tobia you cannot deceive us with prices the better in toss assembly de bia meka say ntosi bua Okumasi race course ko bola ho rata kone kwhwe sade ntos sitie se bua ntos f in any government ntos bua f
oh na so bayire no kwaye to be 50 series da 2024
of course rata ye ko to bayire ma omu yi bayire bi ma it se minkei nkitinkizi bi onu a enson even single person enson ti so be ka kire say aban na obaye no ono na ma aduane boy den rata meaning say you are not serious and party na nkasa it is not reliable ananu ye bedi enuane ho nkomo say omudi koko eko movement TV no rata in your comment section me ko hu say pani ba ko nso kire mu say wa bra covid e baaye no o wa mono ne aba oman wo mu na aban ne say wa pake aduane obetim de feed o mu 3 to 5 years yeah o mu no aduane nkra aduane rata planting for food and jobs e de ba Ghana ha no ya wastis kawum enyane se no oban ni kipiye a great minister na owo ho andananda kwa kufuado the better ye planting for food and jobs ye nim se aduane aba no ye hwese nuane bebu Ghana no e na otwa abode egu kem edikosi akra se planting for food and jobs na ye board aba ene kia ba ko no na kuani ba ko pekura wusi na fuma board roro se no wotwa na oman muano ye de board kia ba ko enne de nipa na ba betena se o that time na aduane boofo enne aduane bo de ne yentimi nto
bare ye nyina ne okrom ase ye beka meka ne se o de afi 2024 from there 2022 2023 me say obeto niam no 5 cities ade be che no obekwa 6 cities ade be che no obekwa 7 cities no bi koto ade o so okobusa ade ne bo no o twa ne ho akoyi sika ba okoyi ba ya o se de ya to niam
yeah right no credit that was around 2022 said you okay
ya obeka che se obeka nsem wo che de propaganda
right and trust na o make examples say mu ofie obi a wo 10 na say oye adwuma as Messi ni wa wo 10 okoji if say 1.5 a day 150 cities e better na so right that same person ni ru afi say under na don kokufu ado aban mu sa adwumafo kro ye omba froka enti four prices na e cost ro the right eniema o de be ye adwuma eniema ni bebre nso so yenim say eno nso efra mo na ne eba enti say eniema ni machines o mo ba use fra mo na ne eba because construction work no eniema di provide o materials no infidi ade cement infidi ade o materials na fra mo na ne eba nti the dollar has a say in almost adwuma no but that same person o see ene Petrol boyfo nipa no ho kire no anano na petrol boarding eno the person was okay right as asem we obeda jatum into sometimes here bet na ha obi adwe ben say we are against NPP that be but said the mpanifo ka say me say obi ani ho tiny pa but asem ne tiny say unya asem na company fo na omutwe anima emfa nso tirim say wo na mpanifo ne town na mom eye oboni a waye no e na omo tan sa aboni ne okrum ho the right NPP betumi aye all sort of propaganda but asem ne say oye propaganda na aban nso eye adwuma genuinely aban ne ye adwuma e wose oya the right oye dede oya obi ani ho obeso sa dede wi
amen chewa de bi they say mock boadu baby ton be 12 cities baby ton 11 cities baby ton 10 cities from you started this year make say John Mahama na buy no sa mock no ebi meto so you beto what you say ya woniama bebre o man Ghana mu from January edebesi this time
of course
ebi nyam meto so the previous government the way anenia masi hurihuri no
jaw ho no
me fa no bayire yo de betina we ye nyina na etobi na se na no kwa be cheche niam me say sa niam no a season
of course
and necessary open body a won hye da nyabi that doesn't mean say e aban na ama niam abo ayedin se ka ne o ma niam abo ye din a ene say na don kokufu ado na ban
of course the better na na do aban because se me judge aban we based on foods aduane boa right aban we buy afa na ya hye aduane duase ye akuafo aduane aban nso akwakoye feed Ghana project a watwa sika e di ba bedua anuane enti se ye dua aduane sisebri na afi no ekokowu around October eko na aduane na hyase e ba enti from October eko se aduane border so ye dinde se de e din enti ntos na say ba ko ye 10 season ketwa men say 30 cities no but of which enye no krese ntos e nyina ye use ntos ni enti so se santos nketenkete no ba ko bi e 10 season 30 cities a but I bet anybody say Yankopo ya do not say you drew around September October as a Santos ne miensa nye 30 cities on Summer Studio na on fa dodo a woto 30 cities a obenya no on fa video ne picture no ensa meche na e ho no on fa credit e ma ban no say dru ho a me pese o ma ba ka kire say eno ban no e season a e wo season e ba enti abagu so enti na ne boy din you should accept to say there are certain things wo behavior na be ma ne boy din but eniema bi wo ho apart from wo behavior na wo act wo dwuma a wo ye no ade ne season a se ni season so a ne bo be kosoro enti mesra bibifo ne se ewe omusi ye omoniema propaganda na starting term no too much
propaganda na starting term no
too much na obi o ho a se the be ka say school nyansan if ye nyansan ko sometimes apply two things we boom but obi o ho a she ni trim say in politics ade a we say o party e won nche na obi wo mu a but mano fa propaganda no ewuram na enoso better criticize no bonituja said ye be ya ne ho be ye fi
o se Ghana say Africa na baran Ghana ne wonti Ghana sem na minim Ghana ne tesa enye so sa brofo no omo hyada ye omo ne
very simple Ghana ne tesa but if you nyansa so be kire wo say enipa no de wuja ho no ene de ono ne bae no make comparison from head to toe, from I mean from 1 to 100. Bibia uja hobia. Any day nipa no so be for ye sitie. O compare we it will tell you say ujina ye ana ujina ye. Abaye to ye no. Decisively who say Ghana for to say NPP decisions enya papa ma wo mo as of 2024. In 2025 the better over test what is na hwe ansana what propaganda na say. Test what is na hwe and what is test no. Ebi na ye galamsey demonstration course no. Omo test ye no amfasa. It tells you say aban no ho nya hi. Aban no hyera nya ade a against the will of Ghanaians. Right? Politics will be also the super ye no. But say I na ombe ne dia. Go against them.
But then Petrol bon so atete.
Of course.
I think Lord Fair no. 15%. And atie free so.
Of course.
Ebe take effect. Kind of when you quick one. You know come answer na $1 so.
Well, the right winning bibi.
David.
Ade ba kwa na esi Ghana etimidi ye ba pa eye say you to Lord Fair ma. Jordan opa obehu matifo any passengers say omo ba twede the brother ye nyina nim say Ghana ha ye tu ademuna ya na very easy but yet so no edene enti this are some of the things are esia what more or less aban na wo so bi beka so ebi ho a yesu mfa credit ma ban but only me ya adwen say enei say ye tu fuel mu a aban no ne bebo na chi enti se ne ya te fuel so na say transport unions no atiase including TUC. Na se o mate transport fares so a but a very good news e de Ghana for entibasema na me pese me kan na anu nyina ne se said the dollar ne ba forma na ye nyina ye boy ensem no e was a reflective o bibia so kakran because dollar ne ba form ne right a reflective e wo fuel prices so said ye bedi hu nkomo a na ye kire mu se dollars dodo ye behia ansane ato bia fuel ankre ba ko no e so ati because seed na ho de abasoro nti e ba sa de a wo driver ni no o kwoto at first Auto petrol gallon best 70 cedis. International about around 50 cedis. Let's just do better the holding so better you will make more money. The passenger now offer. The soba no so on to me save kakra. Said the bear also got that same passenger now to told Diana or no so better than so amount. Nay, I want high. But these are some of the reasons in Tia. Yatwaba. What do you mean, Kawano? Yes, it to a well so because there's a dollar number 11 cedis. The right $1 for telling a enemy. Nse papa bi se ye ne atofo senkasa omo de omo wa monane omo nte atofo senka ye ne nkasa na ontia break no so kakra
oh ma ye nhwa de wa sei me mfa ne se abrochefo no akoma beto omo yamu a ade se niam so tete o Ghana ha sei enti ye be se
of course
niam no de o se so te yes dollar se ye wi o
ye wi dollar
$1 the dollar na so ateno
of course
me mete ha no me nkore obviously
me no ya
the dollar so te a me amete ha no ye na ya ma me but then I just say enya impact awo be so ansa na mani beji amani age
of course
the dollar na so ateno de enso na mfa hwe masa
na dem to me no ya twe but better woni bibi ade ba ko a dollar ne so te ya na me as a person na mani age eye ba ko pe the right ye ka eniema ne bobo for that is the general thing e wo obi atim so dollar ne pa for no eniema boy for that is the general thing no de ye nyina hie but se wo ye no sinten a right e ka Ghana ye de e wa monone a ye ntimi ntua no e ka ne se yes in dollars ya e dollars na se in foreign currencies a e ka ne dollars but advantage a ye nya ne say e ka ye de in dollars no Sana $1 is to 15 cedis. And ne kano e jina bebia e jina e huni se e sombro so a dollar never bedru 11 cedis no. But at this stage say yes say cedis e de akwa kotua ye kano so bia. Ye nyina nim se e be hia sika kakra bi less than e ka na ye de no.
Ghana for adwen ma ho so.
Ghana for adwen ma ho ba ha. Inti se na ye
nya wo na abecha ho abiem.
Mo inti se na ye kano e 600 million and I say $600 billion ya. Right, for example, me example keke. Say ye is $600 billion. And then $600 billion ye pesika in cities e dia kotua. Ye nim sadia ye ba brand ye nya. But a drop from 15 e de ba bedru 11 na. Na just at least kedodo we bet me tua yaka. Enti de me mesra ban ne say after all this reserves no say edru be na aban strategically. Won say seed no I very stable. Baby abedru no entumi ntem mabiem e ho anaka nti ida say e besan yakọ ana e begina ho a na yesika e wo ho no yenyi bi mfante e ka no so ansa na bi $1 na besa akosoro akosoro because the right enye magic aban ni bo adwuma obi ani ho obetima tena ha ka say it is not the effort of the government director wonim say na amanfo obisa say o ade na aban na ye ya ama sigi no aye stable aban ne ye hwe director nsem ye di nkomo bebre but me hu say mampani ekodi nkomo bia na o kire mu say o before say over power no na Ghana yen reserves everything na ejina 8.6 billion dollars yen reserves enei director just 4 to 5 months yen reserves na ahite 10.6 billion dollars ya sa reserves no ena mampani or the air back city no making sure say ono ne de omfa gold any sika no enko say or the kwaji petrol ba but the year ne say
e be ton ya de
na right woni ma de ba ko woni say ye careful na most of African countries ye free abrofo no ho any Asia this time ya kofa crude every Angola from Africa here na che say baby e be free abano contractor very simple boying very easy I agree with omo bo aban na baso the right aban e ye adwuma ye ma na baso very good
yam fancy baransa na e be kɔ no yem kotie John Jinapo kakra
okay
se ono na Ghana fo so kasa dodo light ne wo wa no abehunahuna ye fo ni nyina sawo ye baba da sumo afi wo so se wo fo no akonya bi aba se John Jinapo de o ye no Ghana fo so onye careful na akodi nkomo bi o se de NPP fo no de aje no first
of all, minority ne majority ne frame okay
ani
na me come on briefing briefing na china media reporters said there was going to be load shedding, there is crisis coming. Oh, I don't know if you remember
Mikaipa
and as minister came in a short so Debbie na ye facts na me de mom but even the fuel situation na me de mom no I told them that we've ordered enough fuel. Many will say vessel no area Ghana be more fuel. I didn't think that be generative the debate cry. Then the next day my note called press conference or Minister Kasa when you doing. You are not inviting me and Mammy Kasa. Parliament invited.
I think what I'm so Casado do.
Okay.
One Quaso Casado do.
Yes, but you invited me. Then why did you invite me? Maybe next time if they invite me, I'll let the spokesperson go and brief them. Because almost they invited me. So me more they briefing. Me more briefing I'm the press ebe kazai. So what could I have done to say so men kasa? Maybe next time we invite him, I got sure so me person make kasa bio. You know, moon train sign. It's not like we even did a press conference. You are not press conference. You are invited press. Parliament I invite you. Me ba say me be my briefing. You ever share say na mo say media and cover. I could have said say me men kasa. Me we media call report it. And one report and they say me see there's going to be doom so na me boa. I have to respond and say David and Tisa. We are okay. May I show ma then my note just a press conference. So Minister Kasado do na unpublished load shedding timetable. Many will say we have enough generation to meet them. How do you publish a load shedding timetable? You can't. Maybe there's some local challenges. We should address it, which is what we inherited from the NPP. Transformer to make off. And no, can you publish a load shedding timetable?
Debbie.
You have to work on the transformer. But if you want to say your deficit, you and cover, then you'll be talking of load shedding. Now minority, more free power, now more deficit, load shedding, 780 megawatts. You didn't publish a load shedding timetable. You catch you on the load shedding timetable. One more vice president catch you say publish a load shedding timetable. Is that not one of told us?
Yeah, I
your own load shedding.
And no say. Doom so be any so wo see doom so abano wa kofa low shedding schedule bra.
But as I speak to you no your generation no emit demand, so I can't publish it because I'm publishing power. They say one and I just say deliberately you go and put somebody off. So that is the situation. There is no argument, and I told them even at that meeting, so we have enough generation to meet demand. They understood it.
Now, honorable, sir, 2 days, 6 hours, no. Why not buy? Why not cancel me?
Me na me ma almost stock of all your fuels, anything you be take here. And I'm seeing your current LC on be take here 2 days, 6 hours. But your other fuel are abba are able to replace it. So there's no cause for alarm. Maybe I'm so I carry 3 days, I carry 2 days, but you need fuel into your own chair. Then there's cause for alarm. Even if it's left with 1 day, minia. Now say fuel or to be replaced here. Do you have a challenge?
Debbie.
Or maybe I shouldn't have given them the facts. But I never said there's going to be massive alarm. No. You give the statistics. And it's normal to have 2.6 days of fuel. It's happened before. You take over 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
When you took over, the fuel was 5 hours.
Muteki over na more challenge distribution system 5 hours pepebenka o mani na bedum.
Oh, we had a major challenge. Me say you take over now almost schedule load. And I can send it to you.
Wow.
Every grid code free me. It's a grid code document.
Oh, when you send the mammy now.
Minority for cassette. Minister publish load shedding timetable. No say kaso minister kasa to the manan kasa. Somebody has to respond.
Yes, exactly. Where yati we nyina na asma mi busan say wo ba ye wo beto eka pa electricity ye de sa ka no krofo bisa say are we not paying the realistic prices for the year consumption you use so and ade ne e ma sa ka no e da ye nim se oban.
No, ECG POS indicates fuels may be in counter no. It definitely is a buy and tear the cover. So that is the first thing. Now ECG is a collection, we have to improve it. Na a boy a kakra. Exchange rate Mr. Sacred a boy and is good.
Okay.
It may be empty before the betrayal. How come they left a debt of 80 billion? A dear importing ya a dish I can have two. And
I 80 billion Ghana cedis.
80 billion Ghana cedis.
Wow.
That's the debt they left. And then one person Ghana for better homes in Minister and Kasano. Now we invite the minister. Say me Makasa. Was as the minister Kasado.
I saw buy no can be dodo. Buy no can be dodo.
No, so the minister should not be talking.
At all.
Making headlines. No, but you invited me. Until Parliament invited me. Were we discussing this matter?
No,
we're not. Your Parliament invited me in the conversation number. And I couldn't have said the Parliament invited me. Ombasaka, so Minister Mwadi is the suspected Parliament. I was sitting in my office working. And I'm also more a briefing on the energy sector. I give the briefing. There's some report which I consider as misreporting. I correct it and assure the nation. So Bianca na commenting him. 2.6 days. It doesn't matter. It's the facts of the matter. But you have enough stock to replenish the fuel. Thank you, Samasa.
Now, I ready. I'm for winter. Now, no, me free Moscow. Eba bedru Spain, Madrid. Now, me dam hotels. Meti fui na be 8 hours. Me by reception. I want to say the whole of Spain. I will lights off.
It happens. As one Canadian there, anything can happen. For instance, a Nrechi, senior in Suitoye, a bubu post maybe because massive flooding. For some areas, Krano, Nadmo had to coordinate with us temporarily. No, senior in Suitoye rising. No, I see a doom, maybe 1 or 2 transformers.
Okay.
Okay. And then you manage it. See, and then you inform customers. So there's an ECG always. And they say I have a message from ECG said they will do Wednesday, 21st May 2025, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Communities 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. On the planned maintenance work to improve service delivery. And then they've already informed customers that they'll be doing some work there. So that is how they work.
But on record, NPP for no abani fee so no 20 billion Ghana cedis eka.
80, not 20.
Sorry, 80. It was can say about trillion something trillion cedis old Ghana cedis.
Yes.
Wow.
Generation coin is 3 billion. Okay. It's a fact. I mean, but we just give the statistics and then we work on the solutions. But that's why you vote to your power. We have to work on the issues, and we've been working very hard to resolve challenges. No, honestly, Parliament invited us a briefing. I mean, I had decided that we should concentrate on the work. But once you give a briefing, not the information, maybe not a critique, panic. I deem it that the minister himself should put it out. Say, MOB and worry now will be okay.
Yes.
Then the minority comes to say, so I don't know, why did you assure Ghanaians? So we should allow that fear to persist. And then in your press conference, despite all the information I provided to you, assuring you said there's no load shedding. No. What's a published load shedding? And the truth is that there's no such thing. I have a record, and I can share that with you. For the amount.
But you.
WhatsApp. And then you would see they're available. For instance, we'll take NRA supply outlook 19th May 2025 peak period. No load management required during the peak period today. We'll take it off peak. No load management be required. We'll take it 18th May. 18th May. No load management will be required during the peak period. So how do I publish a load shedding timetable?
Based on information at ECG nominate supplies and so the amount book.
Yes, Rico and Ademaya.
Wow. Now, my memory, you come away. You know, containers in the morning.
Yeah, VB, Attorney General is working on the criminal aspect. You are doing very detailed investigation.
The immunity we are no way.
National Security Cry invited some of the top people, including the former managing director. You know, the investigation is continuing, but we are retrieving every container that we can. Now,
okay.